why we can't stay quiet. Are we ready?
Almost there. Is that me to go? You want me to push the button?
Sure, okay.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning out there, and welcome to
Tuesday a.m.
Tuesday a.m. I know what day it is, don't I, Chelsea?
Hey, you showed up, so we're good.
We're all good. We're all good. Yeah, it's wonderful. I'm hoping everybody is tuning in. We are live on Facebook and YouTube for another Tuesday a.m. at my sewing room. Just want to thank you very much, everybody, for following us. I'm loving the hits, what do you call them? The likes, the loves, the comments,
the subscribes.
The subscribes. That's wonderful. I'm glad that there are some people that are enjoying what we're doing. And I know that I've had a few come into the store and, well, what's that apron that you and Chelsea were working on? Oh, it's right here. Oh, I got to have one of those, you know.
It's so sweet.
So it's very sweet, and we really appreciate the enthusiasm. I know for that Nantucket bag, that's a free pattern on our website. We've had 2 people send their pictures in to us on Facebook
fabulous,
and show
Sandy.
how pretty they are and their finished products. So I really appreciate the audience participation. It's fabulous. And not only that, but they come in and they talk to us at the store and tell us they watch. They're too shy to comment or whatever. They're watching it after the fact or whatever. But they're watching, and that is marvelous. So are you ready to dazzle them one more time?
I'm ready to learn how to make this because I haven't made it yet.
All right. Okay, so Chelsea and I are going to work with some splash fabric today. And we do have splash fabric in the store. It is food grade. It is washable. They say that you can iron it, but I'd be very careful with that, right, Chelsea?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe use a pressing cloth.
Pressing cloth and something on it, but absolutely adorable. And there's lots of little projects that you can view, and there'll be this lovely one that we're working on today. So this is the splash fabric. It's a lot of fun to work with. So we're working with vinyl today and making something called the Vinyl and More bag. So let's go from the top, Chelsea, and tell them what we need.
Okay.
All right, so I went and found a piece of splash fabric.
Super cute.
Super cute. And
Love
then
the color.
I know it's kind of dark, but I picked a lining that matched the tomatoes or pomegranates or whatever these are. I think they're pomegranates.
But I think that's a tomato.
Oh,
and
that
it's
might
very
be a
colored,
tomato.
So you're good.
There's the pomegranate. So I picked a fabric that would match for that. So you need the vinyl for the outside. You need a lining fabric, and you need some webbing for the straps. The pattern is called Vinyl and More bag. It's piece tree pattern, and you know, they're not very expensive. They're kind of fun, and it's a lot of fun to make. Okay, now our secret weapons when working with vinyl.
Clover clips.
Yep.
Lots of them.
Wonder clips, because we really don't want to make any more holes in it than necessary. So we don't want to pin, we just want to sew. So wonder clips. And the other thing is for these pieces of nylon, I think they're poly. They could be poly.
I think they're poly.
We're going to use my favorite tool. No,
A lighter.
A lighter.
Don't worry, we're not smoking.
No, we're not smoking. We might light the place on fire. I was just going to say lick. We might light. Okay, now we're going to like it too. We're not going to light anything on fire. We promise.
We're going to be careful.
We're careful and monitor. Unless we're going to do this. Okay, let's go to the front for a second. Unless we go like this. Na 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 na, hey hey, goodbye, something like that. Anyways, candles burning. All right, so what we're going to start with, Chelsea, if you want to be the lighter keeper, we took our piece of webbing and we cut it into 2 equal pieces.
So I have one of the pieces.
Yep.
And the other one's sewed on.
Yes, I already lit it on fire and sewed it so that we're not taking so long. But okay, so we're going to just melt that edge.
So when you do this, you want to be careful and maybe not do it on top of your splash fabric.
Okay.
We'll just scoot that out of there.
Just out of the way. Okay.
So it's just gentle, and you may want to make sure you're not using a cotton webbing because you'll just light it on fire. We don't want to do that. And be careful because this is hot, and that's all that needed.
Yeah, it was just a little zip.
See it just melt
It
away.
just melts.
And then if, say, you want to give it a little press, I use the edge of the lighter sometimes because it's still warm. And now I've made a mess of Sandy's lighter.
That's okay. It was just in the drawer, so it's not
All right,
really that
great.
important.
Perfect.
Okay, so we're going to do
ready.
that to both ends of our nylon or polyester webbing.
And now they won't fray.
Yep, they're safe. Okay, so the next thing is you have two pieces of material here. We have the vinyl and we have the cotton lining. And you're going to cut them to be the same size. Okay? All right, cut them to be the same size. Now, first one we've done already, I'll show you, is they say, and I don't know if this is too far apart or not, but the instruction tells me cut cotton and vinyl to the exact same size. You are to center the webbing on the right side of each of the vinyl rectangles and baste in place.
I see your little center mark there.
Yeah, I marked it center and it says 6 inches on either side of that, like the 6 inches be. Oh, no, I did it wrong, Chelsea.
Did you?
Okay, I went 6 inches. 6 inches is supposed to just be 6 inches.
Oh, so 3 inches apart.
Okay.
Would you like me to obtain a seam ripper?
I think we need to obtain a seam ripper because that was really brilliant on my behalf, wasn't it? Okay, so find the center of your vinyl. This is why the programs go so long, is because Sandy has interesting thoughts in the morning. Anne, hi Anne Al, how are you doing? We are doing fine. Hi Pat K, how's it going? I hope you're doing well. So yes, so we're gonna have to take that out. Darn. Okay, so while she's doing that, I wish I had a joke, but instead I'll tell you what's happening at the store. How's that?
That sounds like a
Okay,
great
you poke at that and get that out, and then Sandy will not stop being such a knob.
You did a great job, though.
Yes, I
They
did.
were on.
Yes, they're really on there firmly. All right, let me just come back to me for just a second while Chelsea's picking out my boo-boos. Class is in August and September. Okay, so of course, right now we have social sewing going on. So every day, except for 2, we have that in August. We have the tables set up. You've got the irons. It's cool. It's air conditioned. You have not a stove. You have a microwave. You got a fryer. You got tea, coffee. You got a refrigerator. So you can come and live here. It's all good. So if you want to book in for that, please give us a call at the store, 403-252-3711. Can we book online? I think we can book online. We can book online as well. So go to mysewingroom.ca and do the class menu and do that there. Okay, so social sewing takes place every day. $10 plus 50 cents. It's a coupon that you get to be reimbursed for, and you get to buy something fun at the store. The 2 days that it's not available, Sunday, August 25th, because we're doing the rope bowl sew along, that is $20 plus tax. It's 11:30 a.m. to 3:30 one day, and you make the cutest little rope bowl, and it is fun. I've taken the class. Kyle has learned from me, and you're going to get to see his rope bowl on Thursday when he comes to Georgia. Yeah, he's coming Thursday, so that's great. The other class that is running this month is Saturday, August 31st. It's their long arm wrencher certification. It's $150 plus tax, and you get to learn how to use one of the long arms, and you can come in and rent then and get all your long arming done. So social sewing every day except Sunday, August 25th and Saturday, August 31st. Okay, let us go back and proceed with our little vinyl bag that Chelsea has now picked out, and she is ready to go. All right, so we mark our center, and then you mark 6 inches. 3 on one side and 3 on the other, not 6 inches all the way across. That looked kind of funny. I wondered about that. So
Okay.
I read directions very well. Okay, so that's what we did. We centered the webbing on the right side of each end of the vinyl rectangle, and you based in place. So that is the excitement.
I'm going to give you 2 clips. They don't
Don't
spin while you're
spin while I'm doing it.
And make sure you don't twist your handle as you're coming up. I just like to
Yep.
straighten it out and then bring it over. And there's my little mark of 3
Okay,
inches.
good,
And
okay.
I'm just going to butt up the left side of my webbing to that.
Okay, good. So that looks much better because my 6 inches apart from the center looked really weird. Okay, so
It coulda worked, though.
This is how reading directions always helps.
Just mark the other side for you.
And it's really cool because I always have my friends here at the store can always give me direction as to which direction I should have been going in. Anyways, while she's doing that, I'll let you know that I have brought our faithful little Bernina Cave edition, the B475, out with QE. And I just have the regular foot on right now. It's the number 1. I'm just going to stitch through that handle on the bag just to secure it. Doing it at a 1/4 inch or so, so that when it turns and I flip it upwards at a 1/2, it's all good. All right, so anyways, we are going to sew and baste that little baby in place. So Chelsea's got me all set up and when we're going to go. Well, thanks for ripping that out for me, Chelsea. Okay,
It's nice and easy.
That looks much better.
There we go.
I gotta tell you, that looks 100% better. Okay, so we're going to bring it over to the sewing machine. As I say, I've got the number 1 on, and Chelsea's got that basted in there nicely. I'm just going to take the clip off for the moment so that I can sew, and I'm doing a 1/4 inch. Okay, here we go. Start it up. Ooh.
That was
she's
speedy.
She's got a heavy foot today, so I'm just going to give it a little back stitch just to hold that down. Perfect. Cut. There it is. Just a little baste into place. Okay, let's go to the next one. And we're going to do that to all 4. So I had tried to get a little ahead, but obviously I'm not very good at getting ahead. Okay.
You know, there's been more than once that I've had to seam rip Sandy.
Yeah, I know.
Like for me, I was seam ripping this morning.
Oh, were you?
I
Okay.
have accidents too. We all do.
Well, either that or you just dyslexically read the directions crazy. Okay, so that's what the handle looks like when it is 6 inches apart. 3 on.
see it.
Oh, sorry. 6 inches apart, 3 on either side of center. Ha!
Beautiful.
Okay, let's do the next set. I like these Wonder Clips. They're very easy. You know where else I use Wonder Clips?
Where?
Binding.
Oh, yes, I love binding. I also use them for bag making.
That's a good idea because that holds a lot. You know, when you do the pins and they bend and they twist and
Yeah. They just don't hold stuff quite the same when you have so many layers.
yeah.
And I also don't like putting extra holes in like vinyl or faux leather. So the clips
Yes.
work great for that.
They
And
do
for
indeed.
strapping, it's
Yep.
impossible to hold it on with a pin.
It gets wiggly. It gets wiggly and wiggles.
Yeah, it does.
All right. All right, that's beautiful. But I just like them for binding because I don't know how many times I've stuck myself with a pin while binding. So I love them. Okay, there we have our handles basted into place. I'm going to give this back to Chelsea.
Fantastic.
All right.
We have a bag.
All right, we have a bag. Let's go back to center and so are you ready? I shall read carefully the directions. How's that? It says with right sides together. So the cotton and vinyl on both ends where the handles are using a 1/2 inch seam. Okay.
I'm being Vanna.
Okay. She said they also say that you use your walking foot now. So I am going to take out my 1/4 inch and I'm going to start using my walking foot just so that we have a little bit of better grip. They hold together that much.
While she does that, I am going to put some Wonder Clips on and get everything held together for her. Nice and
She's
easy
so
to sew.
good. I need you at home, Chelsea, when I sew. 1, to prevent me from making boo-boos, and 2, to be prepping everything while I'm working. Missed.
I could do that for you, Sandy.
That would be awesome.
I rent my time.
Everybody-
$1 million an hour.
Yeah, okay. Okay. I can't even afford a second. Oh dear.
I'm just kidding. I'll come and hang out with you. I love hanging out with you. You're a good sewing partner.
Yeah, we have lots of fun, don't we?
Me too.
Okay, I think I'm just
How's your little foot going there?
not well, Chelsea.
All right.
Ah, there.
I'll just
Okay.
keep clipping.
You just keep clipping while I keep trying to get this on. Okay, I moved it too far forward. That's why I'm wondering why it won't go on. And of course, now I have a tickle in my throat. Sorry.
Do you need a hand?
Just a little tickle. Okay, there. I have it in place now, Chelsea. I'm
Good
ready
job,
to roll.
Sandy.
All right. And the nice thing about this needle plate and the little slide-on table we're using, it has the 1/2 inch marked on it, so I know where I'm going. Wow, that is so nice.
All right.
All
Sending
right.
that over to Sandy.
All right, and we are just going to sew this at the 1/2 inch, and that will capture the bag handle. So remember, the bag handle's inside, and you haven't put it on the, yeah, right, okay.
Yeah, don't put them on the outside. Otherwise, they'll be inside your bag.
Yeah, that won't be so good. Okay, so
That'd be the wrong way.
we're at the 1/2 inch, and so let's make that seam.
We have a new friend online. Ruth has come to join
Hi,
us today.
Ruth, how are you? Okay, so here we go. We're going to go zipping along here, 1/2 inch seam across the tops of each of these. Just pulling out my little pins as we go, or Wonder Clips as I go.
I'm excited for this finger pressing job I get.
Yeah, she gets finger pressing.
Normally I get to iron, but today it's finger pressing.
We're getting a new skill for Chelsea, finger pressing.
I do a lot of it at home.
I do too, because sometimes I'm just don't want to get out of my chair and go over to the iron.
Sometimes I'm just, I don't want to get up and move over. Or I started my project, I didn't plug in my iron, and I'm like,
Now
we don't have time
wait.
for that.
Yep, let's just keep going. Because I don't know why we're always in such a big rush to do things. Sewing should be fun, relaxing, and not be in a big hurry to do it, because when you're in a big hurry, then you make 6 inches into 12.
I think it would have still worked.
It would have been a really wide peg opening. Anyways, but okay, stop laughing and do my work here, right?
You're doing fantastic.
All right, so we have sewing these little buddies together here on the 1/2 inch, or as close to 1/2 inch as it looks like I'm doing here. Just going to do a little back up. All right, perfect. Cut that. Okay, our first seam is done. We have gone all the way across over top of the straps. They're inside. Beautiful. Chelsea got us going the right way. All right, we have one more side to do. All right, 1/2 inch. Here we come. Take the pin out and away we go. Okay, zipping. All right. We're doing really well on this Tuesday AM, aren't we?
We're doing great.
Yeah. So I think everyone will be very sick of us by the end of the week, because it's just the two of us all week.
Just the two of
us.
us. We won't make it if we try.
There you go.
Sandy, where do you go with that? There's an actual
Two of
song
us
for
and-
this.
Oh, okay, and I've got an old one. Just the two of us and nobody else. Okay.
We're on two different songs,
All right.
apparently.
This is what you call the generation
Very good.
gap, right? Oh, Chelsea, you're hilarious. I love it. Okay. So where were you going with your song?
I actually don't know what the song is called.
Is it Mary?
But
Is it the one from the Mary Tyler Show? We're gonna make it after all. No. Okay.
I don't know.
I am really.
Maybe I only know that one chunk of the song.
Oh, okay.
Just the two of us. We will make it if we try. That's
Oh,
all
okay.
I know.
So that's in the third song. Oh my God, we are so good at singing. We should go into the
just the two of us.
music trivia.
We could go into music trivia, but I wouldn't have any answers.
We
I feel like
probably-
I know that song.
We probably wouldn't do that well, but there you go.
right.
We sure have fun.
So we're sewed up on that end and
Mhm.
this end, and
Yep.
I think I know the next step.
Yes. So now we're going to turn it right sides out. Woohoo! Boop. And finger press. Chelsea gets to finger press.
All right.
All right. So turn right side out. Finger press.
So I'm probably just going to start where my handles are.
Okay.
That'll be the easiest seam to get first.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can use the handle to kind of tug it out
Okay.
and just press it. And then we'll get this nice and flat in between. And you can
Alright.
kind of do a rolling motion.
Rolling motion. She's going to go rolling, people.
Rolling and rolling and rolling.
I got a song for that one too, Chase. Chelsea, you probably don't want it though.
I love your songs. Just going to give us a little nip here. And what I might do, because it seems like this splash fabric isn't wanting to finger press super flat, is I am going to grab a couple of our clips. I'm just going to throw it in to keep them flat for Sandy when she goes to sew,
Oh,
so she won't have
thank
such
you.
a fight. Oh, I had one for us too.
Oh, did you? Okay.
And I had one of those
Oh,
things.
did you? Oh my God, you're organized. Okay.
I got you, buddy. That's why I kept walking over there to my little stash. All right.
I'm not sure if we are we now just taking it
Top
down
stitching.
and top stitching. Is that all I'm doing now? Yeah, top
Yep.
stitch 1/4 inch from the top to reinforce the handles. Fantastic. It's looking really good there, Charles. And those wonder
Yeah.
clips are marvelous.
I love Wonder Clips.
Okay.
Wondering if you want to sew it from the other side, though.
Well, either way, it doesn't really matter. The clip comes off really easy.
Okay.
Not a worry. Yeah, we could sew it from the cotton side or the vinyl side. I have my walking foot and it seems to be feeding all of the fabrics just fine. We like the walking foot.
Do you know why they suggest a walking foot?
Why, Chels?
Because sometimes vinyl likes to get sticky on your presser foot
Oh.
and doesn't like to slide as well.
So that's why sometimes they tell you to use the Teflon?
Yeah, I think that's why
And
they're
a roller
suggesting
ball?
a walking foot in this one.
Yeah.
But like this splash fabric, it's still a little bit slick, unlike
Okay.
vinyl.
Vinyl, which is
Which is really tacky.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
the walking foot will definitely help you get through that.
Okay. Well, this is certainly fun.
Just gonna get our other side ready to
Okay.
go.
You know, we've certainly been enjoying our summer sewing together. We only have a couple more weeks and then we're going to be moving into different kind of sewing. Maybe we'll do
What kind of sewing?
back to school sewing.
Ooh, can we make a pencil case?
Ooh, that would be fun. I think there's a really cute little tote too, the back to school tote that was advertised.
Oh,
Might
there
be
is.
fun.
That's really cute
Might
too.
make that. And I'm just thinking, what else would you need for back to school? We've got a tote. We could do a pencil case. What about maybe a lunch bag or something?
Could do a lunch bag.
That would be fun. That'd be another vinyl project.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay. So, yeah, we're going to finish out the month of August with our summer sewing. And then we're going to switch over to back to school sewing. What you need to get ready to go. You know what, we might be a little late on that, but because some of the kids are already getting ready to go back to school.
Are they?
Yeah. Some of the schools, yes, have start a little bit earlier.
Interesting.
Some start in September, some start in the end of August. So anyways, and it's funny because I was, you watch Facebook and everything, and the U.S. schools are starting to go in already.
Really?
Yeah, they get out the end of May, so.
They're going to start working hard.
Yep.
I don't have to go back to school.
Yeah, I'm not going back to
I just get to hang out with Sandy.
Yeah, that's the bit. Okay, I can see why. Yeah, let's flip it over because it's wanting to be a little. It's being a little. There. When
I'll
I
flip
try
these
to,
clips over so
Yeah,
they stay a little
yeah,
flatter,
it's
too.
okay. It's all good because we are awesome. So we're doing the quarter. No, yes, quarter inch. Doing quarter inch to hold those things down. Okay, here I go. And the nice thing about the walking foot is it's got the quarter inch mark on it. It has the half-inch mark on it, which is really good too. And we'll just zip these up. We are only 3 seams away from finished.
What?
Except for the bottom boxing, the
I
corners.
think there's like 6. I think we're 6 away.
Oh,
Sandy.
it could be 6
If you
away.
count each side.
That's right. And what about the corners? Because they tell us that we need to box.
Okay, then I think we're 5 away.
Okay, we're a little.
Because I'm going
away.
to count the one that is on this end, and
Yep.
we're not done yet.
And the 2 for the seams, so that's 4.
Oh, they're French
5,
seams, yeah. So 4
5.
there, and then 2 for the bottom.
2 for the
And
bottom.
if we want to finish it off nicely so we don't fray, another 2.
Okay, look at us go. Oh, listen to all my pins falling off.
I like it.
Okay, so we have got the quarter inch to hold that seam down at the top. Okay, why don't you just stick your finger in the sewing machine?
Don't put your finger in the running sewing machine, Sandy.
I am so good. Oh, I'm so good today.
That would not be a good day.
Oh, we might get into trouble if we sewed through ourselves. Okay, let's do the other quarter inch at the top of this side of the bag to hold that 2 seams nice and smooth together and make sure we reinforce the strap. Lovely, lovely. Okay, you love me. Keep going. Okay, I think my pedal snuck away on me is the problem. Okay,
Oh,
there.
it ran away.
It ran away.
Did it grow feet?
It grew feet and
Because
ran
it
away.
is a foot.
It is. It is a foot. The game is afoot.
I'm going to check out our instructions, Sandy. Okay. So the next step is putting the vinyl facing out and sewing a quarter inch seam.
Okay.
And then after we do that, we will turn it cotton side out in half-inch seam.
Okay. So
We
now,
have to finger press in between.
okay. All right. So that, okay. So that is how we're going to do the seams on the side, and that's a French seam.
I love a good French seam.
I do too. Good French seam. Then you don't have to see any raw edges. It is delightful.
Well, and since we're using the quarter inch followed by a half inch,
Yep.
it'll make sure we don't miss any of our layers.
That's right. Okay.
Because I know we might have had that trouble yesterday. It was
Alright.
slippery fabric.
It was the way it goes. Okay. So there
Okay.
we are. Lovely.
Ready?
Okay. Ready. Here we come back to you.
Okay.
So we're going to put wrong sides together.
Boop.
Nope. Right, wrong sides together. This is where, okay.
All right.
And we're going to sew down the side. And I'm going to just refer back to one of the ladies. Good. Now I forgot her name. Anyways, she came in. Oh, God, I'm really good today. She came in and reminded me when I'm sewing these things to sew from the top down. That way I don't get them uneven. That was Judy. Thank you.
Oh,
Judy K.
that's
Judy K.
nice.
Anyway, just as a reminder to do these French seams, to start at the top where the 2 sides of the bag come together so you get them even. And then it's not really so worrisome about the bottom because it will flatten itself out and be equal on both sides.
Jeez,
That is good. You
right.
can tell it's a Tuesday.
So I also like to put a clip here.
Okay, and that
And the
holds
reason
them-
why is it keeps this kind of straight when you go to move this one.
She's so smart. Yes.
And then you
that's a
can
very
just
good
leave that one there
Yeah.
while you're sewing and,
and
we'll
that
take it
keeps
off.
my
after.
top edges together, doesn't it?
Just flip us and I'll
Okay.
do the other side.
I didn't know you were going to have so much work to do today, Chelsea.
You know,
Yeah.
it's good. Usually
Good.
Sandy has to do most of the work.
This time
And I just hang out.
I just love it. I'm just hanging out over here. It's great.
Sandy keeps me busy.
Well, yes, between the seam ripping and the pinning and the ironing, I keep you busy, don't I? All right. It's all good, Chelsea. We make a good team.
We do.
All right. So now we do a 1/4 inch down the side from the top to the bottom.
And we're right side out right now.
Yes.
Which I know seems weird.
I know it does, because, oh my God, now you've got a seam on the outside of your bag. Ha ha! But we will, we will deal with that.
I'm going to read the instructions while you're sewing.
Okay, here we go with our 1/4 inch down the side. And there we go. And I'm just going to take the next pin out so I can just start ripping down the side. It doesn't flow quite as smoothly because I've got vinyl both sides, top and bottom, but the walking foot is great for keeping the two sides together so that you don't have uneven endings. And in this case, we won't ever get an uneven ending.
So when I sew fabrics like this on my brother, I have a glossy bed of my machine. Like it's more glossy than the Bernina's matte finish.
So
I find I stick a lot.
Oh,
So
okay.
my solution, kind of weird. I usually take a piece of paper and painter's tape because painter's tape is matte, and I will tape the piece of paper to the bed of my machine where my stitch plate isn't.
Oh, okay.
And then it helps glide.
Then it helps glide.
Yeah, because it doesn't stick to the paper.
Perfect. Betty was telling us a little hint yesterday too, if you're working with slippery fabrics. And that is sometimes it's easy if you use a piece of tissue paper.
Tissue paper underneath is great as well, for sure.
That way you've got...
To be honest, I usually don't have enough effort in me to rip the tissue paper away.
Yeah, you gotta just rip it away at the end.
I just go paper to the bed.
Paper, it's probably a really good idea.
Also, my dog sometimes finds the tissue paper and he likes to tear it up.
Oh, that would be fun, wouldn't it?
We don't have much tissue paper in our house.
Not left anyways, right? Oh, that's good. Okay, so we're on our second seam. We've got them just doing the 1/4 inch down the side. Don't worry about anything that kind of comes out the edge or anything, because you know what? We have a way of hiding all of that. All right, there we are. We've got the first set of seams.
Good job, Sandy.
So now we get to turn our bag inside out. Inside out. That's another song. Oh my gosh, we could be so good at singing. All right.
Yeah, if I had skills to actually sing, we'd be good at it. I'm not good at singing.
Yeah. I just love singing, but yeah, I only do the first line and then it's like it all falls apart. And then you have to start ad-libbing. Oh, that's one thing about the vinyl. It sure pops the corners out nice.
Yeah. Well, I can't use my usual poke and stab into it. So I'm just kind of getting my fingers inside from the vinyl side.
Poke it out.
And I'm using kind of just the tip of my fingernail.
Yep. That's a good idea.
And then just wiggling until it comes out.
Okay.
I'm going to use the other hand.
Okay. So once you got the corners poked out, we're going to do a little mini press, aren't we?
Yep. All right.
Finger press. Here we go.
Finger pressing. And I might come in here and control this top edge right away, so forget about it. And I'm just making sure that the edge, my raw edges there, are jammed inside the tote.
Yep, because that's...
We don't want that sticking out after.
Okay. Beautiful. And again, I will be sewing them from the top down. And that way, if there's any kind of weirdness, it's at the bottom in the corner where no one's going to see it.
No, it's nice.
Yeah.
This works really well with
the roll method. It does, because
the vinyl's slippery on each other.
Yeah, and I just...
So I think I'm also going to give you some clips over here, because I think because it's so slippery, it might be a little funny.
It might come apart. Okay, gotcha. It's looking good, Chelsea. So this is a bag that you could probably have done in an hour.
Yeah,
the only thing that
I think so.
The only thing we didn't do today was the cutting of the fabrics, but that only takes a few minutes. to cut them the same size. Cut 2 handles.
Pin that one backwards
Yeah.
on you. Just
That's
realized
okay.
that.
That's quite all right, because, you know, I sew backwards. Anyways, it's all great. This tote is really cool. I like it. And then this makes it washable.
Yes,
dirty.
because the splash fabric is washable,
Yeah, I like it.
which is great.
You know what I was thinking is I might make some of these bags for Christmas and put their presents in a bag.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Wouldn't that be
And
fun?
low waist.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I
you
don't
get
have
2
to.
presents in one.
One. Yes. And if they really want another present next year, they can bring the bag back.
I like that.
Yes. And everybody needs a bag. We've been really doing a lot of bags this summer.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
But, you know, like I brought the tote bag that Maureen and I made with Craft
Yep.
Text today. So it's bringing in a project.
Yeah.
Works great.
It
I
works
love
great.
it. It's my
All right.
favorite tote bag.
Isn't that wonderful? All right, we're coming back
Doesn't
now.
need a tote bag.
Who doesn't need a tote bag? So I am going to
Half
sew
inch.
this at 1/2 inch. Okay.
Good job, Sandy.
All right, here we go. And this guy's on a little bit of a snip, 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 snip. So I'm just going to give a couple back stitches just to make sure he's not going anywhere. All right, here we roll down the side, 1/2 inch. And this takes care of the seam that's on the right side. No one will see it. The raw side is going to be covered, which is the wonderful thing about a French seam. Ooh, look at you go. Look at you go.
We get a box the corners.
Yes,
Sandy.
that is what's next is box corners. Now there's a couple of different ways we can do it.
Yes, there is.
So, yes, there is, she says. Okay,
Yes,
we're gonna explore that in a minute. So, okay, so I have the 1/2 inch seam. Let's do the other side, 1/2 inch. That's one thing about these Wonder Clips is they do kind of lie flat. Doesn't matter which side you got it going on.
It's true.
No. Okay.
And they're harder to run over than a pin.
They certainly are. They certainly make you stop and remove them. Okay, come on, baby. Okay. You are just being a poolie. Come on. Up there.
A pulley. I like that name.
A pulley. It's a pulley. Oh, put your foot down, then you can cut it. Okay, I have a slight knot there.
Nice.
There.
I like it.
It's good.
It's getting naughty.
We'll cut that out.
It's misbehaving.
It was
Send it back to school, Sandy.
I know, I'm going to have to. Yeah, it's going back to school in September. Okay, here we go. 1/2 inch seam. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Are you driving over there?
Yeah, sorry, speed drove. Anyways, I did hit the back. I did hit the reverse button there for a bit, so that is secured. Boy, I was speed sewing. Okay, 1/2 inch. Here we go down the sides. Okay, this is our last big seam. 1/2 inch, covering up the 1/4 on the other side. Guess I shouldn't make noise.
I like your noise.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, cut. All right, we are done. We have 1/2 inch
All right.
seam down the side. Okay, there we go. Okay, Chelsea's. Now we're going to turn that bag just
it
the
this
way
way.
it is.
We're not going to turn the
We're not
bag.
turning the bag. Now there are a couple of ways that you can do.
Oh, yes. There
on
is.
top. There we go. Yeah. Okay. That we can do box corners.
So one way
Yep.
is taking it and folding this towards the bottom of your bag.
Yep.
So you have a triangle coming out. Draw a line, sew across it. Done.
And I kind of like that method.
I do too.
Yeah.
The other way, what they're suggesting, is take your ruler, put it on the corner of your bag, and I
Cut out.
believe it has to go seam to
Yeah.
bottom.
Yeah. And it's
And you cut this,
a 3-inch corner out.
and then you sew it.
And then you sew it. It's like the Nantucket bag that I did, where you cut out and then you fold it flat and put the 1/4 inch seam.
And then we would have to deal with the raw edges after, because
Yes.
this cotton would Right.
Yep. So
What I'm thinking,
let's do it
we
our
do
way.
the other way.
Yes. So I just wanted you to know we're taking a little deviation from the pattern where they say cut out the 3-inch square. Now, if you really wanted to do the cut out the 3-inch square thing, look at the Nantucket bag part 2, and you'll see where I've cut out the square. You fold them down, and so of course 1/4 inch. But then, as we say, we have a raw edge, and if we want this bag to survive, I think we should do it the way we're about to do it right now. So we're taking a little license on this design, and we're going to do it.
I made it so I can do both.
Perfect.
So I folded it so both my side seams are laying on top of each other. Because
Beautiful.
then I also know they're straight.
Perfect. That's a great way to do it.
So, Sandy, I think, what are you thinking for a length? Or are you thinking like 3 inches?
That's what usually what
3 inches up?
Yeah, especially that's going to be what I'm going to do on my tote tomorrow. So yeah.
Perfect. So I'm just grabbing my ruler. And I'm going to go from using my seam, not
Yep,
this corner.
not
'Cause that's
the-
not my actual corner. The
No,
seam
the
is.
seam is.
So I'm going to look at my seam and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 inches up from the bottom of that seam. And you could actually just align one of your lines on your ruler with this to make sure it's straight.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to grab a marking tool. I'm using an OESD pen.
Oh gosh, I haven't used one of those before.
They're
That's
kind of
really-
fun. I also
Yep.
have it and I wanted to.
Okay.
So I grabbed it.
Okay.
It's working quite well though. I like
Yeah.
it.
So the secret to this is to try and put as much bag equal amount on both sides of that seam so that it makes a nice square corner.
And then for ease of control, because we can't pin,
No, use our wonder
I
clips.
use wonder clips on both sides. Because then you can leave them both on and sew, and it all stays flat.
Yeah, and it doesn't slip slide so that one corner side is wider than the other.
We don't want a weird shape bag.
Yes, we
All right.
have funny bottoms.
Rotate this around, and I think I'll push my seam allowance going the same way,
Okay, sounds good.
just for fun.
Yep.
So it'll just match the other one.
Okay.
We'll just line up our little seams on top of each other. We'll go 3 inches up from the bottom. And we're going to line up our ruler with our line on that seam so it's straight.
Good job.
Oops, apparently you can work on your mat with
You
these
can,
too.
indeed. Imagine those little cute little erasers that we have at the front. We'll take that off. I'm not too worried about it.
Well, normally they remove with heat, but we don't want to put heat on our cutting
no.
mat.
So we'll try those little erasers.
I
don't
guess
think
we didn't need a rotary cutter today, Sam.
Yeah, I bought it out because I was thinking, oh, we got to box those corners, but we didn't take the corner out.
Then
So
we
that's
made
good.
up our own method.
Yep, we did it.
All right, Sandy.
All right.
I think this is ready to go.
All right, so 2 more seams and we will have our vinyl and more bag done. And my gosh, it's going to be less than an hour.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And we did a lot of chatting.
We did indeed. And we had seam rip to start with. So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
probably about an hour start to finish if you're doing this project at home and cutting everything out and whatnot. All right.
I think so.
So you could get these whipped together in no time flat.
I can't wait to see what this bag looks like.
I can't either, you know.
Oh, Anne just reminded me something fantastic.
What? Hi,
She
Ann.
says, did you know that it's International Lefty Day?
Oh, Chelsea, it's your day.
And Creative Grids does carry left-handed rulers. So, like,
Fabulous.
if you're me and you're
Yeah.
using this ruler, I'll switch it.
Yeah,
so
you go
this
ahead.
ruler, if you're looking at it, it starts 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're always going to be cutting from the wrong side. Unless you rotate it. But not all rulers can you rotate like this to make it work.
No, it doesn't, yeah.
But it is International Lefty Day.
Aw, sweet.
So I'll have to say, you know,
Well, happy left-handed day to everybody out there who's
Yes.
left-handed or ambidextrous.
yes, ambidextrous, left-handed.
Awesome.
Yay.
I like
That's
it, Chelsea.
exciting.
That was
I forgot about that.
you. All right. I'm done.
Sandy, you're
I'm
done.
throwing it your way.
All right.
All right.
Let's just remove our little clips. I cannot wait.
Oh, it's so cool. Okay, here it goes. Ooh, it's looking pretty professional, I would say.
I'm thinking so too.
Yeah.
And I have a little trick for you for the little flaps you're gonna have inside here if you want.
All right.
They're perfectly okay the way they are too.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm done, now maybe not with the splash, I sometimes go inside and add a little, so it tacks them down.
Tacks them down.
But
Okay.
that thing's cute.
That looks really cute. Aww.
That turned out to be a nice size.
Good size for doing projects, isn't it? That's really cool, Chels.
That turned out really nice, Sandy. Good job.
Okay, so, and I'll let you know that this is going to be on display at the store along with the pattern and the splash fabric. So if you too would like to make the vinyl and more bag, you certainly can. And then you can watch our Facebook or YouTube video and see how it's done. And it only took us 46 minutes. That's not bad for us.
Chatting and hanging out and
ripping it out.
ripping
It was
and
awesome.
clipping and,
Yep.
you know, all the
all
things
those
Sandy and
things.
Chelsea do when we create.
When we have fun. We have a lot of fun.
We do have a lot of fun.
I like it, buddy. It's good. All right. So tomorrow, I'm on tomorrow with the trendy coat. Oh, it isn't me, actually. It's Fashionista Sandy. We'll be
Yay.
here with a trendy tote. All right. And then what's happening Thursday?
I'm hanging out with Kyle, and we are going to see all of his cool new makes. I know he's been working on something really, really neat.
He is awesome. All right. Well, that's going to round out our week of Facebooks this week. And so we're so excited. And I guess we'll see you later this week.
We sure
All
will.
right. Awesome. Thanks, Chelsea.
Thanks, Sandy. That was fun. I had
That
a
was
good time.
awesome. Okay, everybody, have a great week.